They say no car is perfect. But what if I told you there are a few that come dangerously close? Not because of flashy badges or sky-high price tags, but because they simply get everything right. These are the cars that crush reliability tests, dominate safety scores, and keep their owners smiling years later. From hybrids that sip fuel like it's gold, to SUVs that outclass luxury brands at half the cost, these are the vehicles that Consumer Reports calls almost perfect. And one of them, it's been quietly dominating for decades, outlasting, outperforming, and outsmarting the competition in ways that'll shock you. Stick around till the end, because the honorable mentions might just be the cars you should have bought years ago. For years, the Prius was the butt of every car joke. It wasn't fast, it wasn't cool, and nobody ever turned their head when one drove by. But then something happened. Toyota flipped the script, hard. The 2024 Prius isn't just efficient, it's fast. It gained 75 more horsepower and now rockets from 0 to 60 almost 3 seconds quicker than before. That's not just an upgrade, that's a rebirth. Consumer Reports gave it a perfect road test score, 100 out of 100. Add 5 stars for reliability and another 5 for owner satisfaction, and you've got a car that's nearly flawless on paper and on the pavement. Even better, it's packed with safety tech that used to be reserved for cars twice the price. Automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and blind spot monitoring, all standard. It even includes a built-in wireless charger cleverly disguised as a phone holder, because Toyota knows how people actually use their cars. And here's the twist. This isn't just a car for eco-warriors anymore. It's turning heads. Sales exploded by 138% in early 2024, proving that the world finally woke up to what Toyota had quietly perfected. The Prius didn't just go green, it went mainstream. But while Toyota was redefining efficiency, another brand was busy rewriting what comfort feels like. Once upon a time, nobody would have mentioned Kia and luxury in the same sentence. But that was before the Telluride arrived and shook the SUV world to its core. This isn't just another family hauler. It's the SUV that made premium brands nervous. With seating for up to 8, a quiet cabin that feels like a first-class lounge, and an interior so refined it makes some European SUVs look outdated, the Telluride doesn't just compete, it embarrasses the competition. Under the hood, it packs a 291 horsepower V6 engine paired with a silky smooth 8-speed automatic. It tows 5,000 pounds without breaking a sweat and glides over rough roads like it's riding on air. Consumer Reports praises it for comfort, safety, and value, the holy trinity of family SUVs. And here's where it gets wild. You can get all that for around $35,000. That's entry-level luxury at a price tag that makes BMW and Audi blush. Inside, you'll find a massive 12.3-inch infotainment display, highway driving assist, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and driver assist tech that feels a generation ahead. Even the base model feels premium, while higher trims push deep into full-on luxury territory. Leather seats, head-up display, top-tier sound system, the works. The Telluride doesn't just offer value, it redefines it. It's the SUV that proves you don't need to spend luxury money to get a luxury experience. But maybe you don't want a big SUV. Maybe you want something nimble, compact, efficient, and built for adventure. That's where the next car comes in, a small crossover that punches way above its weight. If the Kia Telluride is a rolling luxury lounge, the Subaru Crosstrek is its wild younger cousin, the one who spends weekends climbing mountains while everyone else is stuck in traffic. At first glance, the Crosstrek looks modest, compact, almost understated. But that's exactly what makes it so impressive. It's proof that you don't need size to have substance. Consumer Reports gave it a high overall score of 84, backed by strong reliability, and owner satisfaction. But numbers only tell half the story. This little SUV thrives where others hesitate. Muddy trails, steep hills, icy roads, thanks to Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive. And the best part? It's standard on every trim. Fuel economy is another secret weapon, 29 miles per gallon overall, making it one of the most efficient non-hybrid SUVs out there. The upgraded 2.5-liter engine adds punch without killing efficiency, turning what used to be a slow commuter into something genuinely fun to drive. Inside, it's all about comfort and practicality. Great visibility, simple controls, and seats designed for long trips. The Crosstrek feels planted on the road, confident but never stiff, and handles corners like it's been secretly training for rally racing. And here's the thing car lovers quietly appreciate. It's not trying too hard. No fake luxury, no unnecessary gimmicks, just reliability, efficiency, and capability in one package, starting under $25,000. It's the car for people who want adventure on a budget, and proof that practicality doesn't have to be boring. But what if you could take that same practicality and give it the power to outrun gas-only SUVs? That's exactly what Toyota did next, and the result might be their smartest car yet. What if your family SUV could outrun your neighbor's sports car and still sip fuel like a hybrid? That's not science fiction. That's the Toyota RAV4 Prime. This thing is a monster in disguise. With 302 horsepower, it blasts from 0 to 60 in just 6.3 seconds, faster than some Mustangs. And yet, it's still one of the most efficient SUVs you can buy. The RAV4 Prime gives you up to 42 miles of all-electric range, meaning most daily drives don't burn a single drop of gas. When the battery runs out, it switches seamlessly to hybrid mode and keeps delivering over 34 miles per gallon. But the numbers don't tell the whole story. It's how the RAV4 Prime feels. The instant torque from its electric motors gives it that silent, satisfying surge every time you tap the pedal. It's smooth, confident, and weirdly addictive. Inside, Toyota packs it with the full suite of safety features: forward collision warning, lane departure alert, automatic emergency braking, and adaptive cruise control, all standard. And here's where it gets even better. It qualifies for a $7,500 federal tax credit, putting serious performance within reach for ordinary drivers. Plus, every version comes with all-wheel drive, so it's not just fast, it's capable. It's part electric, part gasoline, and all attitude. The RAV4 Prime proves hybrids don't have to be slow, boring, or bland. They can be flat-out thrilling. But while the RAV4 Prime is rewriting what a hybrid can be, another Toyota has been quietly perfecting something even harder: dependability that lasts for decades. And that story belongs to a true legend of the road. Some cars chase fame. The Corolla earned respect. For over half a century, it's been the quiet workhorse of the automotive world. Never loud, never flashy, just relentlessly dependable. While other cars come and go, the Corolla stays. It's the global benchmark for reliability, the car that families hand down through generations, still running strong after hundreds of thousands of miles. Consumer Reports continues to rank it among the most dependable sedans on Earth, high marks for reliability, owner satisfaction, and fuel efficiency. And it's easy to see why. The Corolla isn't built to impress in the showroom. It's built to last in the real world. With fuel economy that averages 30 miles per gallon in the city and nearly 40 on the highway, it delivers savings long after the excitement of new car smell fades. Safety is baked in too. Every model includes forward collision warning, automatic emergency braking, and lane departure alerts. And the price? Still humble, between $22,000 and $25,000. It's proof that you don't have to overspend for peace of mind. But here's what makes the Corolla almost poetic. In a world obsessed with flash and horsepower, It wins by not trying. It's the dependable friend who's always there, never lets you down, and doesn't care who gets the credit. Still, even Toyota knows dependability alone isn't enough anymore. Drivers want something that feels just as smart as it is reliable, and that's where its luxury cousin steps into the spotlight. If the Corolla is Toyota's dependable soul, the Lexus NX 350h is its polished alter ego. Sleek, refined, and whisper quiet, yet every bit as dependable beneath the surface. This isn't the kind of car that roars for attention. It doesn't need to. The NX 350h hums with confidence, a hybrid SUV that nails efficiency and elegance in equal measure. Consumer Reports rated it a perfect 100 on the road test, backed by 5 out of 5 scores for both reliability and owner satisfaction. That's near unheard of, even for Lexus. Under the hood, it combines electric precision with gas-powered balance, achieving 38 miles per gallon overall, numbers that make larger SUVs look ancient. On the road, it's serene. The steering feels controlled, the cabin is nearly silent, and every curve feels intentional. You don't drive the NX, you glide it. Inside, Lexus finally ditched the clunky touchpad system for a clean, intuitive touchscreen. The materials? Soft touch everywhere. Even the doors feel like they're engineered for peace of mind. Sure, it's not perfect. The brakes can feel a little touchy, and visibility isn't the best thanks to those thick roof pillars. But those are nitpicks in what's otherwise one of the most refined hybrids ever built. With pricing between $42,000 and $47,000, it's not cheap, but it delivers the kind of quiet excellence that justifies every dollar. The NX 350h isn't about showing off. It's about showing up every time with zero drama and maximum precision. It's the kind of car that reminds you, power doesn't always have to shout. Sometimes it whispers. But for those who still crave that perfect blend of performance, comfort, and efficiency, without sacrificing everyday practicality, Toyota's next hybrid sedan might just be the one. When people think Camry, they think practical, safe, predictable. But the Toyota Camry Hybrid isn't just another reliable sedan. It's the car that quietly perfected balance. For years, the Camry has been the gold standard for the everyday driver. But the latest hybrid version takes that legacy and supercharges it with intelligence. With a staggering 52 miles per gallon, it rivals the efficiency of smaller hybrids without giving up space, comfort, or performance. Consumer Reports ranks it near the top for reliability and owner satisfaction. And the reason is simple. It just works, every time. The steering feels confident, the ride smooth and composed, and when it switches to electric drive at low speeds, the silence is almost eerie. It glides through traffic like it's made of air. Inside, Toyota nailed the details. Everything feels solid and ergonomic, from the cushioned seats to the intuitive controls. The cabin wraps around you, understated yet high quality. Exactly what you want for a long commute or weekend getaway. Even pricing stays fair, starting around $25,000 and climbing to about $38,000 for top trims. It's a car that gives you hybrid fuel savings without the compromises, quick acceleration, seamless transitions, and the kind of reliability Toyota has built its empire on. Here's the truth. The Camry Hybrid doesn't shout for attention, but it earns it the moment you drive one. It's the embodiment of smart engineering, a car that doesn't just last, but evolves. But Toyota isn't the only brand that's learned how to perfect evolution. Another name, one famous for rugged reliability and all-weather dominance, took that same philosophy and built something that refuses to quit. Some SUVs are built to impress. The Subaru Forester was built to last. Since its early days, the Forester has been the definition of consistency. Not flashy, not trendy, but always dependable. It's the kind of SUV that families grow up with and somehow can't part with, even after a decade on the road. Consumer Reports has praised it year after year for exactly that: visibility, safety, comfort, and real-world usability. Older models were simple but solid, roomy, practical, and impressively fuel-efficient for their size. And when Subaru redesigned it in 2019, they didn't just modernize it, they perfected it. The latest 2025 Forester pushes that formula even further. With a refined 2.5-liter four-cylinder engine and up to 29 miles per gallon, it blends smooth power with all-weather confidence. Subaru's legendary symmetrical all-wheel drive keeps it locked on the road no matter what nature throws your way. Inside, it's built around comfort and visibility, wide windows, high seating, and intuitive controls that make driving feel effortless. It's the kind of vehicle that makes you realize how complicated other SUVs have become. Add in Subaru's EyeSight Safety Suite, with automatic emergency braking, forward collision warning, and lane keeping assist. And you've got a car that feels like it's always watching your back. And here's what seals it. A hybrid version is coming in spring 2025, promising even more efficiency without losing that trademark Subaru toughness. The Forester isn't about flash or hype. It's about trust, the kind that's earned mile after mile, year after year. But not every reliable car comes from an SUV. In fact, one of the most surprising entries on this list is a pickup truck, one that turned the entire segment upside down. Trucks were never supposed to be efficient. They were supposed to be loud, thirsty, and built for brute force, not for saving fuel. But then Ford did something no one expected. They made a hybrid pickup, and it changed everything. Meet the Ford Maverick Hybrid, a compact truck that broke every rule in the book. Starting at just $26,000, it's the first pickup to come standard as a hybrid. And it's not some underpowered gimmick either. It delivers a smooth, confident ride, plenty of torque, and fuel economy that leaves full-size trucks in the dust. Consumer Reports ranked it number 1 in reliability among compact trucks, and 88% of owners said they'd buy it again, a loyalty score that most automakers can only dream of. Under the hood, the Maverick combines a 191 horsepower four-cylinder engine with an electric motor to deliver around 37 miles per gallon, numbers that used to sound impossible for a pickup. The steering is light, the visibility excellent, and the handling secure, giving you more control than you'd ever expect from something with a bed in the back. And speaking of that bed, it's only 4.5 feet long, but Ford made every inch count. It's deep, durable, and designed for real-world utility. Throw in smart storage, simple controls, and a refreshed 2025 model that adds wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, and a sharper infotainment system, and suddenly, compact truck doesn't sound so limiting. The Maverick isn't trying to replace big trucks. It's rewriting what a small one can do. It's affordable, efficient, and shockingly fun to drive. A truck for the people, not just for the weekend warriors. But to close out this list, we're heading back to luxury, to a name that's defined refinement for decades. A vehicle so smooth, quiet, and reliable that it might just be the closest thing to perfection you can buy today. Some cars chase performance, others chase luxury. But the Lexus RX, it mastered both, and did it so effortlessly that competitors are still trying to catch up. For years, the RX has been the symbol of refined reliability. It doesn't need outrageous horsepower or wild styling to make a statement. Its statement is silence, the kind that turns every drive into a calm, controlled escape from the chaos outside. Starting around $50,000 and stretching up to $68,000, the RX sits at the premium end of this list. But what you get for that price is everything Lexus does best: flawless build quality, cutting-edge safety, and a cabin so quiet you can hear your own heartbeat. The latest models offer multiple personalities. From the RX 350H Hybrid, delivering an impressive 34 miles per gallon, to the RX 450H Plus plug-in hybrid, capable of running 37 miles on electric power alone. Each one balances efficiency and smoothness so well that even luxury EVs struggle to match its poise. And while others are chasing touchscreen gimmicks or artificial excitement, the RX stays timeless, focusing on what really matters: comfort, confidence, and class. Every inch of the interior feels hand-finished. Every control feels intentional. It's less a car and more a rolling sanctuary. It's not the fastest, it's not the flashiest, but it might just be the closest to automotive perfection you can actually buy. Because in a world obsessed with attention, the Lexus RX wins by staying effortless. So there it is, 11 cars that come dangerously close to perfection, according to Consumer Reports. From the record-breaking Prius to the bulletproof Corolla and the serene Lexus RX, these vehicles prove that perfection isn't about power or price. It's about balance. And if you thought these cars were impressive, wait until you see the other side of the story. Because in our next video, we're revealing the 17 worst cars that fall apart before 40,000 miles. Trust me, you'll want to see that list before you buy anything.